at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brand Wide Distillery. Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Francis Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM, Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix, Rome Sign and Display Company, where we get all our banners here at the Yeti outfit. Liberty Affordable Housing. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The B-Dry System. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at B-Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family Landscape, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ, make your yard Yeti ready. CBI Cables, what the pros use. Custom audio, custom video, network and power cables, built for your needs. CBI Cables, plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bank Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try the schnitzel. Ask for a cross-check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre, for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have a drink with the Yeti. Get some autographs. Bay Farms, where the beef's at. Where the hay's at. Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brand Wide Distillery, Cortland, New York. Stop in, say hello to Jimbo. Check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic, maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brand Wide Distillery. Utica Mac Incorporated. For all your sales and service needs, contact Francis Simile, CRM Commercial Residential Management. Contact Jason down at CRM, Robert Dix Jr. Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix.
What is happening, Paul Noecker? How are things? First and foremost, thank you so much for the shirt. This is amazingly comfortable, and it looks pretty cool.
Sexy. That's a sexy shirt you got on there, Greg Beecher. Nice. How are you, Greg Beecher? What's up, Yeti Nation? It's here. It's finally here. It's NABLL Championship Week. How is everybody? I'm fired up.
I'm fired up, too. I don't know how you couldn't be. I just got off the phone with the board. I am super excited. Everything's set. We also have Jumpin' Jared Beecher making a reappearance with the NABLL Nationals, bringing it back old school. He's going to be there running it with Charity. I'm going to be on the rink, too. I think we're going to get things. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited. We got OJ the Dude in the chats already. OJ the Dude and Josh. Yeah, so Worlds.
Hey,
I know.
OJ,
what do we even?
Congratulations.
What are we even talking about?
The stick.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry. What do we talk? We got so many things, Greg. It's crazy. I can't shut up. You can't shut up. We're shutting up. Look at that stick, people. That is a sweet, sweet, beautiful stick for a great cause. Great job. Congratulations, OJ. That is awesome, man.
Yeah, that was cool. We were able to raise $200 for that about. We put in tickets for every one of the members. So actually, we're going to pretend like OJ totally won it just on his member tickets alone. So because OJ is a baby squatch, OJ the Dude, and you see we've got some updated gifts for the longer members. He's got a little bit cooler graphic. But no, that head is awesome. And actually, since I'm going to make him wait till he comes to Worlds to get it, I'm going to try to get some mesh and string it up. I got to get a hold of the Armor Mesh guy, see if he'll send me some. Yeah, no, I got to order some as it is because that's my plan for funding some of the streams next year. Is I'm going to do a bunch of those heads. We'll do like a blue squatch Yeti head. The Utica Yeti blue squatch one I am excited for. It's just going to be squatch straight all out. And yeah, we're going to do a bunch of those. I'm pumped. So yeah, I mean, what are we going to talk about though? I mean,
How about the USA? USA, USA,
yeah.
USA, Utica, Utica. I can't wait to the chant. Greg, it's going to be incredible inside the Utica Memorial Auditorium. Listening and the chants that are going to be going. I'm hoping Mike Falvo is able to do some of the USA games because he's going to be cranking it up, whether it's in the Aud or whether it's in the Nexus Center. But the USA announced their schedule or their roster, and I'm excited. We got some Birdie fans that are going to be in the house, so can't wait to see some Desert Dog action happening there. So it's all in all, it's a great past week. I mean, more information. I'm biting my tongue, but I'm not going to stop biting my tongue. I'm biting it. On Sunday, the Yeti will be playing again inside the Aud. We're doing a friendly scrimmage against the USA women's team and getting them primed up for the World Cup, or not the World Cup, but the World Championship. So excited about that. So NABLL's in town. USA is in town. It's going to be a great weekend in Utica this weekend.
Yeah. So I was looking for yeah, I'll find the Team USA roster. I'll get it pulled up. But the dispersal draft. So yeah. What is that going to be like?
I don't know. Then we're going to find out. That's going to be cool. Something new. As far as Levy.
Yeah, Adam Levy. So guys, him and Stamper, they do a lot of great work over at Inside Lacrosse.
They kicked him off the NLL site today, I was reading.
Really?
Yeah, NLL said hasta luego.
Wow.
And he had posted it earlier. I was reading. I'm trying to get into this stuff because, my gosh, the world's coming here. And some of the stuff that that's who I go to for my info.
He was literally the reporter of the year last year, and now is no longer on the site. Wow, that is crazy. I have been so busy, just with personal life going through, that I actually haven't talked to Stamp in a while. It's been crazy. I can't wait to see him here at Laxdie in a little while, and at Worlds first actually. But yeah, I was just reading his article about this game here. So I could not believe right now 2-0 in the MSL.
2-0. Tomorrow night's huge. Huge.
That is going to be amazing. I mean, so they have their backs on the wall. It's going to be at the ILA. If it wasn't Nationals week and we didn't have the NABLL show tomorrow, I was driving up to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena because I was feeling it. I honestly, it's going to be epic. And I mean, you talk about this game right here though. And I mean, just reading, like Stamp just was talking. Yeah, I'll let you read it so I don't ruin it all. But with 1 minute left to play, Colton Armstrong breaks the tie off a steal. So check out that article. It's well worth it. And check out Stamp for all the MSL. They definitely have the inside track on that. I will admit I am very outside. We're very United States lacrosse oriented. I can proudly say that. Not that there's anything wrong with Canadian lacrosse, but I live in the U.S. and I cover the Utica Yeti, and guess where they're based?
Right here in the good old USA, baby.
Absolutely.
Amen.
So for all your Canadian news, definitely check out Stamper on IL Indoor. It's well worth the time it takes. He's always got great stuff, and I just don't have time to watch all the games either. I try to catch the highlights here and there, but I mean NABLL Nationals is huge coming up. So we have got the schedule is out. We're going to announce it tomorrow. We're going to have it on the show. All the games, we drew them last week. I got to ask you, so as a guy who wasn't in, what did you think of the drawing?
I thought it was pretty cool. As far as nobody involved in regards to the games other than filming the games had an opportunity yourself to do some wheeling and click the button. So I thought it was a good format. Personally, I think that
at first
the game times,
they're
longer games. I like the longer games. You got when we were there, it before you knew it, it was halftime. It was like, holy cow, it's halftime. We're down 7 goals or whatever the scenario was. There was a couple games where it took us a while to get hammered, get it going. And
Yeah, so they're doing that different game style. They do take the advice from everybody very serious. They take
yeah,
comment cards at the end of the season, put what you like, what you didn't like, and they will definitely try to work on it. I mean, we got to look through this Team USA roster here pretty soon, but at that with the longer game times, I at first was like, no, I really like the pools for a preference. For 1, 2, and 3, don't put those teams together. But then when you think about it, you're not putting them in an elimination game. You're putting them in pool play against each other. So you know what? Yeah, let's just get it going. Let's come out
get it
swinging.
going.
And I tell you,
That's it.
I honestly think the Firecocks and the Ignite team there with Tim, boy, did they draw a tough schedule no matter how that shakes out. They're playing the Spirits, then the Wild, and the Grand Rapids, I think, in between. So you've
Yeah.
got one of the right there, though, with those 3 teams. I'm going to go out on the limb and say that you've got. Oh, I've got the 2019 roster. Thank you for updating me on that. At least Josh is paying attention in the chats, and we weren't talking
Well, I
about it
didn't know.
yet. But I'll get the right one pulled up. But no, I mean it's I like it. At first I didn't know what to think. I was like, I don't know. I think you should kind of get some preferential treatment in your pool play. But then when you look at it, it's just the way it breaks down. I was like, okay, I could see this.
We'll let the wheels spin. The wheels spun, and I like how it's broken up. Everybody is, you know, uh, everybody at some point in time is going to get a little taste of everybody. Show up, play, and win, and then you go into another bracket, right? Now you go into who's got the best bracket overall. How's that going to work, though?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that's all. That'll be all broken down, and watch the show tomorrow. They'll explain
well,
all
I'll
that.
be watching. I'm
But
not, that's
talking about a big day tomorrow,
yeah.
Founders Cup starts, I
Founders Cup.
believe, tomorrow. So we've got Brian Bucktooth in the
I
chats,
thought
and
it was
he's
Wednesday. Is it
is it
Wednesday or
Wednesday? I
I?
thought Tuesday was their first game.
You might be very well right. I
Because
know
I
he.
think I remember thinking I would have to drive up there, watch their game because I believe they played earlier, then go from Hamilton to the ILA so that way I could check it all out. And we're going to skip the ad since we got so many members in the show tonight, and I'm going to give them a
Yeah,
pause
let's
for 10
chat.
minutes. No YouTube ads for at least 10 minutes. It'll keep everybody yeah,
Active.
so it
And we're
should
going
be
to
the
bounce around.
2024
We're definitely
roster.
going to bounce around from different leagues as we're getting going, and people want to talk. Please definitely say some more because that's what makes it fun. Greg can read. I can't read because there's so much going on, and I got too many things in front of me. But as far as the NABLL is going to be here, I know we got the All-Star cast: Molly Leary, myself, Chris Ryan, Peter Leota, Jared Hussey. Who else do we got? Several of the Yeti are going to be helping out, working at, and we're excited. 2 fields going at one time. The Utica Lounge is going to be rocking. Bank Square hopefully is going to be rocking. 10 teams definitely want to get around and see the city. That's for sure. If you get here
Definitely. Well,
early,
that's one thing is the schedule, the way it breaks down too, though. So Friday, first game's at 3, last game starts at I think 9:40. It's going to be a long night Friday, and then right
yeah,
back at it Saturday morning, and we go until like 8. So there will be live lacrosse all day. All afternoon Friday, all day Saturday, right until Saturday night, and then the championship alone on Sunday. They're going to do some exhibition games. They're looking to do some fun things this year because the consolation games, they don't know what teams want to do, if they want to play it or not. So we're going to get some more details on all of that tomorrow. But
great,
I
great.
say we get
That's
into the
Let's talk USA,
yeah,
USA,
USA, and then
USA,
we're going to talk
Utica,
then we're going to talk Junior
Utica.
Bs, and we're going to go to Founders Cup because I
Sounds
do
good.
want to talk about that, the Founders Cup, yeah, with the juniors, because those juniors are that
They're
team right there is
legit.
special. I don't know if you how much of that you watched, Paul. So essentially,
I've been
you've
watching.
got all of those guys, or they all came like it's just all stars. And a bunch of junior A
It's
guys, everybody came home to play, and it is going to be absolutely, yeah, it's going to be. OJ, you stop your Canada. Maybe we'll look at the Team Canada in a little bit. But so we're going to start right out with Baldwinsville, New York, in the
never mind.
315. We're literally talking 20 minutes
315.
away from Onondaga, 40 minutes away from Utica. Let's go, Charlie Bertrand and
Charlie
Jack.
Bertrand.
Jack Hanna, we've talked a lot about him with the Desert Dogs playing with Bertrand. You wonder how that's going to kind of maybe that was part of it. We'll see how that plays out. But the Kirst boys, CJ Kirst is what a lacrosse family. So somebody I didn't really know this family until recently, but watching them at Laxny, though, the Team USA tryouts, there's 4 of them. Got a chance to talk to them down by the locker room. Just a great group of young men. And everybody talks about their dad, I guess, was a legend.
I can imagine. You have 4 boys like that playing ball. It's crazy. How about Tommy Schreiber? He is, I believe, now a scratch. He
Really?
got injured. Yeah, he got injured in the PLL game this past weekend. I believe rotator cuff or something with the shoulder. Yeah,
Uh-oh. That's
it's
not good because he is
that's not a good one.
no,
He's a low.
so
That was huge.
you've got Mac O'Keefe, but Joe Resetaris, he had a big game. I did watch a little bit of that second game. Resetaris had a couple goals actually when I was watching, so he was off and running. Love to see it. Blaze Reardon, when he's on, he's like watching not Goa Abrams. I'm sorry, I just saw his name on the roster from 19, but he's like watching Gates, just that big body gonna drive you down low. He can even tell you what he's doing. He's still going to try to smash into you, you don't know if he's keeping it or feeding it up top to Resetaris. But when that man's coming, get out of the way. Here comes the freight train.
He's got the horns ablazing.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? That's an awesome offense right there.
Well,
Joey
Brandon Robinson,
Spinella.
he's a bandit. So I mean, that's he's one of the Robinson brothers. I think we'll see his brother when we get to the D. But you look at Brandon Robinson up there, and that Spalina kid. Oh my goodness, he's tearing it up in Junior A. But is he fun to watch or what? I mean, watching that guy at Laxny, I could have just clipped his highlights for a month straight. I tell you.
Greg, when we watched him, firsthand when we played USA last year, that kid is ridiculous on some of the stuff that he. I'm old school, and even, as far as older, but watching Mikey Powell play,
No, that's what it's like to see the orange.
Greg Zalberti. God rest his soul. As far as those type of players, and Greg did it, and Chuck T's as far as sneakers, but just the way some of those special players are able to, stop and plant and make some moves, and it's ridiculous. The being able to make these passes, whether it's behind the back or the no lookers, great stuff. And I'm excited that he's still at Syracuse too.
I love seeing this one here, Zach Belter. So I just saw him the other day. Had a chance to talk to him only for a second. I'll have to reach out. He knows he's gonna hear from me whenever he's playing somewhere. I reach out, love getting to talk to him and getting to watch his brother play for the Junior Tomahawks. That was sweet this year. I was a big fan of watching his brother play, and then watching that whole juniors team. That seniors team, they had a rough go, but I think they've got some young guys coming up. They'll fill that team in. Camizio, great player. Tim Edwards, Danny Logan, Ethan O'Connor, Dylan Robinson. I knew we'd see him there. Tarafinko, Wagner, Joel White. So we've got Buffalo and Albany definitely represented Halifax. I mean, so honestly, though, when I look at that Wagner, I think, was probably one of the least talked about reasons why Albany made it as far as they did, though. I mean, he came in, he really solidified that defense.
Yeah, he definitely woke them all up, and definitely was a general on the floor. No question. That's it definitely helped him get into the championship game.
Yeah, Tarafinko. No, it didn't help him there. He takes too many block shots in the back of the head. He's got to cut that crap out. Once he stops that, he'll be fine. Dylan Robinson, he took a big shot. Oh, stop that. Yeah, there's another bandit. I was just going to say, we got another bandit with Robinson. And but Tarafinko, I know he's a big field player, so I'm sure he'll be coming in ready to roll. But that is one thing. So Belter's been playing up in MSL. A lot of these guys, that is one thing. Team USA, a heavy PLL team. So Connor Kirst, Nardella, Dalton Salver, and Goa Abrams and Drew Hutchinson. So I only got to watch Goa play one game because he was not allowed to play against Tonawanda, which is unfortunate. But Goa is going up to President's Cup right now with a bunch of bad individuals that is going to tear it up, I'm sure, up there in the Prezi. I think a lot of people think they're going to get blistered up there. There was a bunch of comments, and I think maybe you didn't watch that team. Maybe you didn't see the way the defense is solidified. And oh wait, yeah, they've got a couple offensive guys, and now you've got Team USA goalie. So Drew Hutchinson, I don't know much about other than he played last year came in for Rochester at one point, was in
Yeah.
for a bit, and had one great game and one not so great game after that. But
Well, they definitely got the reps throughout the amount of time that I'm sure Coach Thorpe and the rest of the crew definitely. I can only imagine that some of those workouts, because Reg was crazy. It was crazy when he was at Herkimer and at Syracuse, and then when he was in the NLL with the Nighthawks. Crazy, awesome player. Loved watching Reggie. I got his jersey. I'm a huge fan of Reggie, and USA baby. They couldn't ask for a better person to be leading the boys to the first ever.
yeah, no,
That's it.
they got a chance, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So I mean, Haudenosaunee is up there. They're 2 ranked going into this. That's no easy task. I was just gonna look for Canada's roster, and then I figured we'd go on to Haudenosaunee and kind of go through the world's rosters. I'm excited about that. I figured the NABLL has their own show tomorrow where I'll dive right into that. I mean, the Yeti, I get it. You guys are NABLL, but they've also got their own show.
I'll be on the NABLL tomorrow. I'll be chit chatting away, no question. As far as I'm excited about that, but there's just so much. Greg, ding ding. We've been sitting here talking for the last couple months. So I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, you want to know what? The waiting is over. It's here. It's now. Whether we're watching it from other people streaming from what you've helped people do and learn, and it's great stuff with Stamper getting out there and doing what he does, and helps us get to watch some of the stuff that we're able to watch now. Awesome stuff.
It is crazy. I've noticed how many teams now are really starting to actually stream everything though. They're all out
Sure.
there now. It's great. You're seeing it. You're like, "Oh, I love this. This is like legit happening now." I mean, everybody's putting it out there. Obviously, I think it's the way of the future, and I think it just kind of shows the dedication of the box
The play,
lacrosse community though, because
absolutely.
it's everybody putting it out there. There's nobody making, really nobody's making a
Well,
lot of money in this. Everybody's
and
spending a bunch of money to do this is really how it breaks
guess
down more
what?
than anything.
There's very few NLL players that are full-time lacrosse. In regards to everybody's, whether you're a blue collar or whether you're selling something, yeah, most everybody is working while they're playing NLL, PLL, Can-Am, NABLL, whatever their flavor is. It's for the love of the game. That's the coolest part about it. It's a small, great community of men and women that love the sport of lacrosse.
Yes. Sorry, I was just going through the roster looking at the world's website. I figured we should probably just go right to the source and go from
There it
there. So
is.
if you haven't been to the world's website, they've got the roster tracker on here, which is fairly up to date, but I mean, it depends on, like everything, it's what teams have submitted. So we still do not have the Haudenosaunee one submitted. If anybody's familiar with native time, I wouldn't be too surprised. That was talked about when I was waiting for our 9 o'clock game to start at 10 o'clock in the morning. They were like, "You didn't really think that was going to happen, did you?" I was like, "Well, I was wondering, but no." So we got Brian Cole, Challen Rogers, Del Bianco. So Del Bianco, a big question: where is he playing this winter? OJ,
Yeah.
we know where he's not playing, unfortunately for you, but it will.
He's
Yeah,
made it clear
he
that
has
he's
made it
not
clear
going
that
back.
he's not there, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate too, because I don't. You could tell by even the way he worded it. I don't think he wanted to. I think the team kind of forced him to do it. It almost seemed like he was like, "Hey, I told him at the beginning of the year this was it. Figure it out." They decided not to. Now we're in this position.
That happens.
But it
That
does,
happens.
and unfortunately, that's the business side of things that needs to be taken care of
Some
sometimes. And
team, one of these teams is going to be a lucky dog and get a great goalie.
yeah, so Dane Smith, Dylan Ward, Eli Salama, Graham Hossack, Ian McKay, Jake Withers, Jeff Teat. So Withers, we've seen him in our Ardella battle. We know that's going to be a battle. It'll be interesting to see if Withers can keep his head. Maybe he'll stay out of the penalty box a little more playing for Team Canada. I know that was a big thing with hockey is, guys were more likely to stay out of the penalty box in the national competitions.
How is that Chiefs team not? I've seen some of the players on that team. My goodness gracious, that's a crazy team too.
That Lakers team is all yeah, no, that those I think if you took that Lakers team or that Chiefs team and you put them up against most NLL teams, I
They're going to win.
believe they're going to win. I
Yeah,
think it's
well,
going to be yes.
those are like all-star teams. As is this Canadian team right here. I mean, the names on there are just one after the other after the other. And
Well,
you want to know what?
here's the difference.
They're coming to Utica.
I can look at this roster too with the team you with this, and I
Yep,
can tell you pretty much without exception which NLL team these guys play for. I
that's
can't
cool.
do that with the Team USA. I can do it
Right,
with a lot of them, but I
right,
can't do it with all of them. And that's one
right.
thing is when you look at this, you can tell where all these guys are, and you see, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it
It's
shakes
gonna
out.
be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
I think it's going
once
to
we
be, yeah, I think it's going to be a big year for Belter. I think he spent the summer up playing with a lot of these guys in Canada. Playing against the best, playing, and I think he's going to come in. I think that's going to be a huge asset. But when you talk to the coaches, so Eddie Como, he is the coach for the Georgia Swarm, I believe.
hmm
And so,
hmm
but the he's the GM. So Glenn Clark, I think we know who that guy is. Uh, Kurt
Well, there
Malosky.
was a big announcement down in Philadelphia this past week, wasn't there? Well, yeah, it was Philadelphia, wasn't it? They got a new coach. I,
Yeah, he. I knew they were looking for one.
I think that there. And once again, I'm sorry to jump off. I got so many different thoughts going through my head. I'm trying to see what's over here and looking over here, but yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Ian
See, I
Rubel.
have. Yeah, I don't. I read. I just don't remember what I read, but I remember bits and pieces, right?
We'll keep you up to date though.
I'll get you on the hunt. I'm like a bloodhound facilitator. See, I'm a facilitator. I help facilitate. But
Yeah.
it,
No, you're good
yeah,
at it. But no, so I mean Clark and then Molosky, that's Owen's buddy, but he's now I think honestly that's where you're gonna see Del Bianco end up. OJ was telling us he's got a business out there, so I could definitely see that happening. I mean it makes sense. And OJ said it, so it must be true. I got my
right.
face covered up in the corner there. I'm gonna pull me out. Pull me up a little. We're gonna pull Paul out. We're
Hey,
getting
there we
crazy.
are.
But no, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. I find it crazy that Alex Simmons is an alternate with Dobson. But I mean, which of those guys do you pull off for Simmons?
Right. I mean,
Boy, I don't know. I
yeah,
tell
right.
you, Ryan Smith is I think one of my favorite players to watch. He's just a big young kid that when he's driving people and he's on, man, he's fun. Plus, he was at my first game, and I watched him warm up, and I was just seeing him ripping shots, and I was like, he was putting everyone off the pipe. I was like, that is insane. But
Insane.
yeah, see, Josh
Down
is
in
all
the
over it.
igloo, or
Yeah.
down in the at the egg. At the egg. Is that where
So
you seen it?
yeah, what at the igloo?
Yeah.
The
What about
main
the igloo?
games. Let's just go back to the igloo. We might as well just
All
talk
right.
about that. But the
Let's talk about it.
so you've got the main games all taking place in the Nexus
In the
Center, or
no,
no, in the Utica, the
Memorial
old
Auditorium.
War
Yeah.
Memorial.
Yep.
What do they call it now?
Utica Memorial Auditorium, the Adirondack Bank Center.
Adirondack Bank Center. That's what it was.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and then the Nexus Utica University Nexus Center, and yeah, the games on the 20th. That's I know one thing. I'm definitely going to be in the penalty box on the a lot of these games. That's my job is running the doors. So I'm going to make sure that on a couple, I'll work the back game and whoever is out on back, I'll do it all day, all night. But a couple of these big games, I'm definitely going to be inside the penalty box. I want to see the chatter that goes on inside there.
oh my god, that's my favorite part about when we're over in Tonawanda though, sitting between the two benches, and you can
Oh yeah,
really hear the smack talk that happens. It's
oh yeah.
absolutely yeah, it's crazy. I think I like Josh's response too that we just leave Simmons so he's nice and healthy for the
Yeah,
Firewolves. That's a good call. I'm good with that.
that's not a bad
We
idea.
don't need him
That's
to
not a
play
bad
against
idea,
Team USA either. That definitely
right?
doesn't need to happen.
Did Paulus make the? Oh, we don't know who made on the Hunter Shoshone team, huh?
No, I'm betting you I can figure it out in a little while. They're usually pretty good about posting stuff. I mean, they're let's just say that their website is usually fairly out of date, which every team has been so far. But maybe they'll surprise us. Nope, they've got
Right.
the men's and women's sixes up, but they do not have the
Well, they're playing right now over in another, I think Japan or one of those countries.
yeah, that's actually Gay Wass's daughter's over there, I believe, and maybe
Yep.
his wife too. But yeah, no, that's cool. You've got a bunch of actually local women that are over there playing that, so that is sweet. But we're not talking sixes. We're not talking any
We're
of
not
that.
talking. We're not talking field. We're talking box.
Yeah,
It's all
we
about
only
the
care
box.
about box lacrosse.
That's what I've sold my. I sold my field and I bought a box. That's how we did it.
Yeah. So I got to ask you, have you ever played in one of those Masters tournaments?
No, it's gonna happen though. I can't say that I have. It looks like fun, but once again, am I at a point myself where, yeah, I'll run the first 5 minutes and then I'll be the guy. What I play in, we have it here at Tri City. It's called mall walkers, and a bunch of us get out there and we'll go 5, 10, 15 minutes of a good jog around, have some fun, shooting, playing just like we would a Masters, but
Well, I
them.
that was my first time ever really getting to see it, other than the mall walkers one you did with the kids. I did like that.
Yeah,
I liked having the kids, but getting to do a whole day of the Masters, that is a blast.
sure.
We definitely need to put together a BS Cup next year that's going to be for the Masters. I can't promise anybody any money, but we need to host a tournament that is just for the Masters. I am super excited. I think that is probably one of the most fun ways to do it, just because it's such a relaxed atmosphere. Everybody just wants to have a good time. Guys are trying silly stuff like Alto trick shots only. He's taking like BTBs from out by the restraining line. I'm like, what are you doing, bud? And then I started laughing because then I talked to him after. He's like, nah, trick shots only. That's what we all that's what we all
Well, you only got
decided.
5 seconds to hold the ball,
Yeah.
so it makes it to where all you're wearing is helmets and gloves. Basically, I'm sure some guys still wear their ribbies just to have that extra comfort zone because
Couple of guys
sometimes
had arm guards on because you could tell they've played enough of these
eh,
tournaments to know that that happens
you're still gonna get
sometimes.
whacked. You get whacked. You don't mean it, but
Well,
it's the
they're
nature of
going
the
for a
game.
stick, and that's what
Yeah,
happens.
exactly. And no, sometimes they are on purpose too, though. Be true about it.
They did have a straight up yeah, no, they ended up having to cancel the championship game. They shut it down. It was
Well,
unfortunate, but and honestly, it really sucked for me because I was like, man, the talent that was out there. I mean, you just had all these guys that have played for years. I mean, at this point, these guys have literally played for 3 decades, some of them
yeah.
4 or 5 decades. So I got to meet the old MV coach that the assistant coach,
Nick Benjamin
yeah,
was running. Yeah,
Coach
yeah. Nick
Benjamin.
was there running,
At
and
first, he
that's
came
it.
over and talked to me, and I was like running the streams and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, it doesn't really ring a bell." Da 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 da. Then I got done, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, he was way younger and in great shape." And
Uh,
yeah, and
yeah.
after I didn't mean to say that, way younger. I mean, we all were way younger.
Well, he had just graduated. It was his first and second year outside of being up at SUNY Poly. I was able to coach him. Well, then my knee blew out, but I was able to be around Nick, and then he came over and helped me out for a couple of years at MV, and it's great to see him playing. Actually, he was on the list of original Yetis. He came down and did a 3-on-3 tournament that we did, and his problem is he has his trucking company that he runs, and he's out in Buffalo. It doesn't work well when you're
Doesn't translate with getting to Utica
no,
all the time, and that's
no.
always what happens with a lot of this. Is just kind of life happens.
But yeah, as far as Masters, he's been trying to get us up there. The talk has been, we wanted to take a Masters team down to Nashville this year. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Keith is running that thing. My focus has been on the Worlds and everything
You're
that's
more
going on.
Utica focused, and Kiefer runs a lot of that with the Bang
It's
City,
yeah.
that travel tournament
Well,
thing. I
13 of
mean,
13 of them are going over to Prague on Tuesday of next week to play in the Frank Meisner, Metzner,
Meshner.
or Meshner.
Michigan.
Sorry, and I apologize about that. But they're 13 Yeti are heading over there, so it's going to
That's
be a
cool.
great,
I would
great experience.
one of these years I am going to get over there, that's for sure. I keep saying it. I like Josh's idea though. If you guess, yes, Dougie Jamison, Warren Hill will be the goalies. I think the Haudenosaunee team is going to be a large part of that Six Nations team. I think you're going to add Marshall. I think you're going to add Rhonda. You're going to add some PLL players that are out
Ron's son
there.
make it. Ron's son making it.
Ron's son making it? No, he's not old enough. He'll make the junior team. He's got.
Okay,
There's no way if they have
that
a
kid can't.
U16
They,
Haudenosaunee team that he tries out for and he doesn't make it. Something's wrong. Somebody doesn't like Ron. Somebody doesn't like Ron.
that kid is he's smoke, man. That kid is. I got. And you know what? He puts the work in. That's the cool thing.
Always,
The kid loves it.
always.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no.
Love watching that.
Chase is an absolute beast,
Yeah.
and no, you gotta love it. I'm excited. So, who are the random filler picks? Who from the Can-Am are we going to see on that? Oh, the Thompson brothers will be there, at least two of them. So
Yeah,
you've
absolutely.
got Jeremy and you've got Lyle, obviously.
Jammer.
Yeah, Jammer will be on the team.
Jammer.
Dougie.
Sid
Defense.
Smith still playing ball? Sid Smith is still playing ball, or
I
is he
don't
all
know.
done?
I don't know.
Because Sid Smith was a beast back in the day. You're going to have the stats boys. They're going to be playing, no question.
Yes.
Defensively, I mean, there's a ton of the Abrams boys. Any of them?
Well, Goa played Team USA, but Gates, I don't know if he ever even tries to do any of that. I think he's just quite happy playing with his boys in Tonawanda. Honestly, it just seems to. I don't know what he does for work or whatever. That maybe is it. I just love watching him play. But when you watch him play, you're like, oh my God, he is so if he got serious, I don't know how some NLL team doesn't just pick him up, put him on a workout plan, and say, this is what you're doing for this summer. Go play at Tonawanda, have fun. I want you doing this the rest of the time, bud, because you're a beast. And if we can get you in shape, yeah, Trey Deer, Trey Deer would be playing. He's the next big stud that's coming out, just a little bit older than Chase. I think Trey is like 19, 20.
Who's the Duke kid?
Duke.
Albany's #1 pick.
Whitcomb?
Is that who it is? I
don't know. Amos Whitcomb plays. Oh no, I'm talking Albany. I'm talking.
No, not you, Albany. Albany, Firewolves.
Oh, Dyson Williams.
Yeah, what's he? Canadian?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was on that roster as an alternate.
I didn't see. I got
yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's so hard to keep track of this. I laugh because we're struggling to keep up with it as we sit here and read it. And even reading this stuff, I can't keep up with it half the time. I'm like, how the heck does that? But it's crazy. It's crazy to believe that it's happening and it's there. Actually, let's look at the Sixes roster. And
hey, do me a favor. Yeah, maybe before you go back, you go to the Worlds. Yeah, we didn't even say in regards to the Nanato. We didn't even mention his name in regards to is he playing?
He absolutely tore it up at Buffalo Box. So did Marshall Paulus.
Yeah.
And if I was there, I would have had a chance to talk to both of them. I've talked to Marshall a few times, and I really would have liked to see him because he is such an awesome young man. He is so cool, and he's one of those guys. When you watch him play, the way he throws that, he is Canadian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh is all over. We need Josh on the show. We need to send Josh a meet link. Josh, you're going to have to send me your Gmail. You're coming on next week's Yeti Talks. I'm going to start doing a fan show where basically I take one member a week and they're going to work, when we're doing the NLL. And then we're going to start doing the watch party too. That's coming back. Where basically we're all going to hang out. And if you want to watch the game because you have the ESPN Plus package, well, then watch the game. If not, we'll be sitting there. We'll be completely only members will ever be able to watch it with us, but they're going to be able to watch it and sitting there and BS with us while we're all watching some box lacrosse. So I'm excited about it. We've got a lot of stuff coming, but this man right here, Cody Jamison, you definitely can't count him out. Ron John, I figured he would be on the team. Brendan Bomberry, definitely.
Bomberry.
Jackson. Jeremy, Warren Hill. So where's the rest of this was all they had on their sixes roster?
Yeah, there's not a large roster on that. I think they only travel with like 10, 12 players.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got things a
Uh,
little screwed up here anyway.
I don't
So
like it. I don't like it.
no, it's interesting. I heard
Put them in
that
the
was
box.
a big thing for the men's as they were going to kind of be no face-offs. They were going to run it almost like sixes, where it was just back and forth, and then they ended up doing the face-off. So I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. You gotta
And
have face-offs.
yeah, and
You gotta have face-offs.
that's kind of it was cool.
There's
They
there's old guys out there that's what their glory day was, the facing off. You gotta have a face-off.
yeah. But no, Josh is 100% right that I just skipped the next ad too for all the members. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're going to cover Founders Cup next. We got to talk about it a little bit. I tried to find that Haudenosaunee roster. I was not able to. But he brings up a great point that when you're going to watch some of these young men start to play, I'm really excited for the guys that I'm covering in juniors when they start to age up into that program. Man, is that going to be fun. I mean, I've watched a bunch of guys now that have played in the NLL, and that's really cool. I do love getting a chance to do that. But nothing to me will be as cool as the first time that I get to see somebody who was like a junior or one of the minors, maybe one of the NAMLA guys. I got his first highlight, and now he's out there scoring goals for the Firewolves, obviously, because we're gonna draft all the best guys. So it's got to be.
I tell you one thing, we got to keep that little helper that you had with you yesterday in mind when his brother's playing with the junior Yeti, because he did
Yes,
pretty good.
I tell you, Bradley Seneca. So I had a chance
Yeah.
to talk to Woody after too, and he said honestly, since Woody did the first time, he sat there and was he's been practicing. So and
Yeah.
you could tell he did, man. He was good. He
Yeah.
was on point. I just muted
He
myself
was.
and I just left it off. And then Liam got warmed up. Liam was doing it. I had another buddy, Hayden. Hayden got a little excitable. I had to turn Hayden's volume down a couple times. But I tell you, everybody else was really dialed in. And yeah, huge shout out to Bradley Seneca, because that was
Greg, that's what it's all about, man. That's you know the next generation. The next generation. So cool that was. Listening to that kid having the passion that he had. Knowing
getting to
the
call
guys.
his dad, or his dad running down the floor and trying the crease dive. How cool was that? Was cool. And like
awesome.
You said though, knowing him. So one of the other things though, so Liam, the other kid, that young man that was doing it with us, his dad is Alto. So when he scored that guy that jumped and threw the one between his legs, that was his son who was up there calling it as well.
Oh,
so
that's special. That's special stuff, dude.
Yeah, that was cool. We'll look at a couple of those highlights,
baby.
but
BSB.
if you definitely check out the Masters highlights as they're coming out. I should have the rest of them done tomorrow. My problem was there was a couple of games that took me forever to get through because those guys were just tearing it up. I mean, it was special. You would have known more of the guys, but yeah, Founders Cup. So there's the Red Hawks. I am super excited to watch this Onondaga team. They are a special team. I wish them nothing but the best. I think
much success. Yes, much success.
If a First Nations lacrosse team is going to win it, I think it's going to be this Onondaga Juniors team. I think they're special, just like I think that Allegheny group they've got together up there now in the President's Cup, I also think is special. I think that's going to be some fun to watch. But yeah, where's the schedule? So you might have been right. Opening ceremonies, August 25th.
Huh.
So, yeah. But the first game is the 19th, which is today.
Right.
So yeah, okay. Onondaga is playing that Nova Scotia. Yeah, I'm excited. I will be watching tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. It's in the day, like I said originally. If I didn't have the NABLL show, and honestly, even if I did have it, I was going to do it on the road if we weren't going to nationals. And then when we got the call for the Masters, that was just like the straw that broke the camel's back on my dream of getting up and doing a trip, because I was definitely thinking, I hadn't even told Charity yet, but I was hoping I was going to make a couple phone calls, talk to some people, and be like, hey, can I come crash with you? I want to go up and watch this game here, and then I'm going to watch this game, and then I'm going to head home. But no, we got too much stuff going on to really get into it like that.
The world is coming. The world is coming.
We've got, this is a beautiful warm-up for us that, we got the NABLL Nationals. We've got 2 rinks that we're running there. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited when schedule. That's the one I was looking for. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. You got to have a better schedule than this. But
They got Yeti email. Is that what it is?
no, I tell you, the Yeti website you guys make this. Your Yeti website is more friendly than this. It's probably at least this one seems slightly more up to date. No. Okay, so then I got to scroll it down that way. These stupid things.
My lips
right.
ain't moving. Oh,
No.
there they are again.
Yeah, you froze up for a second. I think Jumpin' Jared's getting excited upstairs. I think he's waiting to start his Discord and get everything fired back up because he's like, "Hey, Dad, it's been about an hour now, and that's how long your show's supposed to go. So, if you could, Dad."
Hey, you want to know what it's all about? As far as
It is, and actually, Nate's going to be there Friday for us. Hopefully, we got Seamus and Nate.
He said that Seamus and Nate are going to be on working. I think field 2. You're on field 1.
They're doing rink 2 on Friday. I'm probably going to go over with them for a bit because Jared and Charity are going to be running rink 1 for the most part, except for championship day because that'll just be 1. So I'll be over there all that day. But honestly,
awesome.
the way I think it's breaking down is going to be Charity and Jared. Jared can run the stream obviously as good as I can. He did teach me to do this thing, and then I will be running that with the camera, and I've got I think I've got a young Northman helping me out a little bit, and I've done plenty of them by myself. That as long as I've got somebody there to commentate, we're good to go.
If you need, I have a couple Herkimer kids that have expressed interest in doing whatever they can too. So I know we're running a full ship with 16 different people trying to get. So it's Murph's going to be there. He's going to be shooting the games. It's going to be awesome. But that's another. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Listen, I know you're busy. I know I'm busy. We got crazy things going on. I know your son wants to get on the computer. I know my wife wants to say goodnight to me.
Yes.
And I got to get some rest because
next week's
this
show
is going to be crazy.
Yeah, next week's show is going to be epic because we'll be on before the NABLL show, so everybody's going to be losing their mind about everything that happens. Honestly, we're going to end up watching a ton of the highlights. I know it. I'd like to say I'm going to save them all for then, but you know just as well as I do that some of these goals I'm going to.
You want to know what, Greg? I'm going to go out and say I'm bringing a canister. Hold on, let me put it in front of my T-shirt of the Nora's turkey joints for the sweetest goal of the tournament. I will donate the brand new jar of turkey joints, and let's get it out there throughout the weekend. Maybe we'll just do one great weekend.
Also,
Friday
we need
night.
everybody to remember to write in the comments the best goal. So as you watch those highlight reels, nobody seems to do it, but I need votes. Tell me who's getting the BSP Cup this year. I mean, we've got a couple of I don't know. I'm still stuck. I think Addleston might get it for me, but I don't know. Nope. Somebody else tell me something different. Nominate some people in there. Get in those Yeti streams, get in the Yeti chats, get in all of our. Just go right to the highlights. You don't even have to watch the whole game if you don't want. Go to the highlight reel. Tell me this goal at this time, and I'll say okay. And then we're gonna do a members only stream where we talk about all that. And we're gonna do all the voting, and basically I'm gonna let the members pick it. So I'm super excited. It's the next couple weeks are gonna be super busy, and then the next thing you know, Worlds is here.
Next thing you know, Worlds is here. And you want to know what? I'm sorry to say, we haven't even said Laxney. We haven't even.
I can't even think about Laxney. Yeah, I've got my hat on, and that's as much Laxney love as I'm getting right now.
That's what I'm like. Oh my gosh, there's been so much. I can't.
We actually picked up another tournament after Laxney too. We're heading out to Pennsylvania. We're doing a Halloween bash with Rich. So more news coming out with that soon. I'm super.
That's awesome.
No, we're Charity has really taken the bull by the horn. She's running with it this year. It's been a dream, really. Honestly, it's been we've had a blast.
You get to work side by side with the missus. That's pretty cool.
No one's got it better than me. All right, Paul Noecker.
All right, buddy. Do me a favor. Have a great night tomorrow night. Enjoy the NABLL. Yeti Nation, we'll see you next week. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and a friend of the Yeti. The B-Dry system. Water issues in your basement, on your property, contact Brandon at B Dry. Inside, outside, they can dry you out. Water no more. Family landscape. Make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. Make your yard Yeti ready. CBI cables. What the pros use. Custom audio, custom video, network and power cables. Built for your needs. CBI cables. Plug them in. Norris Candy, home of the original candy turkey joints. Check them out online or stop in 321 North Dockstader Ave in Rome, New York. Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Authentic German beer, authentic German food. Try this schnitzel. Ask for a cross check. Utica's finest barber shop. Contact Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy.com. It's where Crosscheck gets his haircuts. Duratagre for all your new construction plumbing needs. Outside, inside, all around the town. Contact Dura. You need the pipe? They have the pipes. Utica Club Lounge, where the Yeti hang out pre-game and post-game. Incredible food. We have live music. Have a drink with the Yeti. Get some autographs. Bay Farms, where the beef's at. Where the hay's at. Contact Jimmy Fay. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. It's been a great season so far. What a score. Brandwide Distillery, Cortland, New York. Stop in, say hello to Jimbo. Check out the shop. While you're at the shop, get yourself a little sampler. Sample that coffee liqueur. Have a little gin and tonic maybe. And I know he's got that rumski. Stop in. It's what the Yeti drink. Join us on Monday nights. Toast with Brandwide Distillery, Utica,